Boink, boink. Yummy.
You know, Diane, I think my old hat is lost.
Oh no.
I can't find it. Unless
Let me see, there's a warranty for lost hats.
Yeah, for the first 2 years.
Oh, he's a little older than that.
Yeah, it's about 4 years old, and I'm not going to take advantage of the company like that. So, I'm Roger.
I'm Diane. That was kind of like you were introducing you to me. He's Roger. I'm Diane. Backyard Station, downtown Frazee.
Yeah, you've been out of town and I've been out of town. Yeah.
You've been out of town. But you go to Texas to go shopping, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, my oldest daughter, every time I go down there, she buys me a couple nice shirts. In fact, she bought me 3 of them. This is the first one I'm going to wear. In fact, I'll wear a new one each show. How is that?
Boy, pressure's on. I'm going to wear my same old work shirt.
Everybody's going to have to say, oh, I wonder what he's going to be wearing next week.
Next week. Okay.
So we were going to do a show on you're just getting ready to feed birds, right?
You know, I had a lady come in last week and she says, my neighbor feeds her birds and I want to start feeding my birds. What do I need?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, big old question. You know, you almost have to start interviewing the person and say, well, where are you going to hang your feeders? Yeah. Where do you live? What kind of birds do you have? You know, you got to get some feel for what they're really looking for first.
Well, I think the first thing is probably a tube feeder. Well, not this one here necessarily. This one over here. This is a Niger feeder, and that's good too. That would probably be my second choice. This would probably be
That'd be my first choice.
Yeah, this would be my first choice. Just a nice droll Yankee tube feeder, and get yourself a brush. You know, see if you can clean it and stuff, and. Maybe you want to get a nice little tray that you can put on the bottom if you don't want the stuff to...
When you put a tray on the bottom, it serves a couple of purposes. It catches the food that some birds might be kicking out and don't want, so it gives them a second chance to eat it, but also there's some birds that can sit on the tray and eat that potentially can't sit on a perch and eat.
Like a cardinal?
Such as a cardinal.
Or blue jays, if you like blue jays and stuff. So that would be one route to go. Now, if you're going to do a Niger feeder, take and buy your Niger in one of these. I can tell you right now that when you pour this Niger, try to pour it out of this bag into this
This
feed.
isn't Niger, folks.
Yeah.
If you have Niger in a plastic bag, we didn't want to confuse anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must spill all over the place.
Yeah.
Of course, we have neat little funnels that would help.
Yeah. You just open it up, pour it in, and you got it.
Now, that one's not sealed anymore. We're going to have to sell that. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Okay. So part of my, in coaching her along, it's like, she wasn't real crazy about tube feeders. So, okay, then we go to another plan. Any of your fine mesh feeders, you can put your Niger feed or fine chips in. And your goldfinches and the same birds that would come to a tube feeder will come to this type of feeder, and we've got it in several different sizes. That was an option.
Did you know in a few seconds that you were talking, I cleaned this feeder?
Spit in it to use it for water?
No.
Sometimes I think you think I'm serious.
Well,
I think you think something like it. Okay, another feeder that I suggested to her was to get this type of a feeder, which you can put your suet in the outside, 2 different kinds of suet.
This is the one that I showed last week or the week before, yeah.
Well, it's a rerun of this part of it, easy to clean.
By the way, on the Niger feeders, you'll get goldfinches, purple finches, house finches, and indigo buntings. They all like Niger.
Are you going to say this is a Niger feeder, but it's got 4 holes in it? Did you mention that?
No.
I thought maybe you did and I wasn't listening.
No, go ahead and mention it.
It's a nice one. Sometimes you get a twig or a little stick or something in your Niger and it'll block the hole. But when you've got 4 holes here, they're not all 4 going to get blocked. And it also prevents the rain from running right into the hole because there's a little extra...
Everybody knows that if you buy a hummingbird feeder, buy one that's easy to clean and easy to open, and buy yourself a little mold cup on the top so you hook it up like this, ant trap there, put a little water in there, and ants don't swim so they drown, and
you know what? Beginner feeders also need a book to know what kind of birds they're getting to their feeders. So this is an excellent book. It's just the birds of Minnesota, and it compares it to other birds that are similar in looks, and it tells you where in the state of Minnesota you'd find it. And we've got a lot of other states, like probably 20 or 30 other states.
And Rena's going ballistic, so wrap it up.
Well, forgot to look at her. Okay, wrap it up. Come in the store and see us. Happy Father's Day. We got a lot of Father's Day gifts in here.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.